Hello and welcome to another episode of EXP-University, where we look at all the Limitless decks, well, maybe not all of them, 10 of them at least, in 5 days. This is episode number 4. This is Tuesday afternoon, maybe? I don't know. I'm recording this before then. But we are looking now at Mewtwo box. Now, this is a deck that did see some relevance over before the Sword and Shield base set came out. Kind of fell off when Sword and Shield base set was out, and now has resurged slowly but surely with Rebel Clash. A very, very cool and powerful deck, I will say. Now, this has some of the old components as a Mewtwo box. You have the Reshiram Charizard, the Naganadel GX, Macargo Charizard, your Dedennes, also your Pivot Jirachis. Also opting to use the Solgaleo GX. I know that the Quagsire Mewtwo list uses the Soul Burst one. This one uses the Turbo Strike. There's a couple different promos, so make sure you know which one you're using. This list, though, it is a Welder Mewtwo list, has a couple different things that kind of make it unique and different to the other previous incarnations of this list. One of them being this card right here, which I find is the coolest addition to the deck, Incineroar GX. Now, why do I think this is so cool? For 3 colorless, well, 3 colorless is both the attacks, but the GX specifically, Darkest Tornado GX. 10 base damage, which it doesn't seem that much, but what's next is the big killer. This attack does 50 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So, if you have 7 damage counters, just a measly little 7, maybe you got bopped early in the game. If you have 7 damage counters on you, you could do 360 damage. Let's see, that knocks out everything in the format right now. Literally everything in the format, which is insane in my opinion. We live in a meta now that VMAXs are super prevalent, whether that's Dragapult, Cinderace, Toxtricity. We featured Cinderace and Toxtricity today, or I mean already in some of our videos in this series. And then Dragapult is another one that you probably already know all about. So Darkest Tornado, very, very strong, but Crushing Punch is also a pretty good move. Don't forget about that one. For 3 colorless as well, 130 damage. Discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. This is really good against Pikarom, and also what is that deck called? I just called it Dragapult. Because with Dragapult and Pikarom, they really utilize early the speed energies and the horror energies attachments. Dragapult, at least we're talking about the non-Malamar version mainly. But anyways, I digress. Back to the story of why this is important. During their turn ones especially, they like to attach those special energies because it usually, at least for the speed energies, draws you more cards in Pikarom. And then the horror energy kind of sets you up, so then if your opponent whacks you early, it puts damage counters on them. 3 colorless energy is not that hard to get on a Mewtwo turn 2 if you're going second. You just welder 2 energies on, whether that's through the Giant Hearth, whether that's through the Fiery Flint, and then you just get an attachment for whatever you need. Maybe you got it before you had the Giant Hearth, so then you just grab the Giant Hearth and you just slap one of those puppies on there. It's very, very cool in my opinion. Now, Jirachi GX is also in this. Was in for a little bit, for a brief period of time. Then it came out because bench space is very, very tight right now in the meta. But now it's kind of back in because, again, I'll mention this specific Pokemon again, Dragapult. It is such a one lopsided match if they're able to hit you for weakness, because you can't hit them for weakness because their weakness is dark, because in the actual video games they're a ghost Pokemon, so they have a dark weakness similar to the baby Blacephalon, the little psychic one, Giratina as well. So this Jirachi actually helps you out very, very much in that matchup, and then also in the Mewtwo mirror. This can help you out a ton. This deck also has the Big Charm. Now, again, we're in a huge meta where things kind of just one-shot things. If you look at some of the different VMAXs and stuff, they can kind of hit you. You know, Dragapult is a very, very easy 2-hit KO. All they got to do is get that Zigzagoon down one time, and they can 2-shot you. Rillaboom VMAX, although you may not see it often, that Rillaboom VMAX can do 280 damage, which wipes you clean off the floor. So Big Charm can help you in a lot of different ways in the different matchups. So we're going to utilize that as well. But let's just go into it. Let's stop talking about the decks. If you like the series, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I like what I'm doing here. So if you want to see more of it, especially deck profiles, go check out the rest of the series. And also, make sure to check us out on twitch.tv/atrociousgameplay. I believe I chose the right deck, hopefully. I didn't look at the preview of what they had, though. So hopefully... All right, we're probably going to go second now because usually people want to go first. Maybe? Maybe? You want to go first or second, buddy? All right, so we're going first, but that's all right. That is A-okay because we have the stuff like Jirachi here going on. We have Jirachi and Dedenne, so we're facing like an ADP Zacian, maybe? I feel if this is ADP Zacian, the reason that they want to go second, I feel like, is because they are playing the energy switch version. Because why else would you do that? Why else would you do that? I think what I'm going to do... I'll just Stellar Wish first. That's probably the best idea. We are going to get a Cherish Ball, so let's go grab a Mewtwo and attach an energy onto it. Let's go attach an energy onto that sucker right now, because we've got one in our hand. And then we're going to retreat into the other Jirachi. We're not going to do the last Stellar Wish yet, because we play 4 switches and we're going to be losing 2 of them. I really don't want to get rid of those right away. So that's why I'm Stellar Wishing first. There's another switch right there. We might as well grab a Cherish Ball though. So then we can pull out a Pokemon that maybe we don't need, maybe we don't want. And then we can throw it away off of the Dedenne. I think what I want to throw away first is probably this Solgaleo. Yeah, I think I want to throw away the Solgaleo first. So let's go ahead. We'll switch into the other Jirachi. Because especially if this is ADP Zacian, they're not going to be taking a turn 1 knockout. So I'd rather have this Jirachi up front because we know that we can retreat him. And we have another Escape Board and a couple other switch options. So I doubt he'll get stuck. See, look, there are 2 other switch options right there. We've literally seen all 4 switches at the very beginning of the game. But this is just gonna be where we have to relax right now. Hopefully we see a Fiery Flint. We didn't even take that Fiery Flint or thin any energies. And we still haven't seen other ones yet. We didn't see other ones from this. But this Magcargo, not that bad sitting here. We know that we can switch into this Jirachi. We can also do another switch if we want into this Jirachi, which would absolutely be insane because we can't scoop things up. And it would make the bench very tight. But we're going to get Marnied anyway. So we know that a Welder and 2 of the switches are on the bottom. So it's really nice, actually, that we put that Jirachi up right there. Okay, so we're going to have a Welder with 1 energy. And they're just going to have to Intrepid Sword right there. So really nice for us. Oh, a little heartbreak. You hate to see it, but... that's all right. We are going to... I think that we should attach this right there because we can't Welder it. So, like, why not? Well... You know what? I'm just going to hold on to it for now. You never know. Okay, so we got Boss's Orders and Gray Catcher. I think I'm just going to whiff this Stellar Wish. So I'm going to end up Dedenning. Although we do have 2 Gray Catchers in... Oh, there's 1 Gray Catcher right now. I kind of want to gust up a Dedenne probably later, so I'm just going to leave those there as they are. We're going to Welder onto this Mewtwo. We do get the 1, so that's nice. We do have a Quick Ball, so we could go get a Pokemon that we're not going to need. Probably the one should be Megalopunny Jigglypuff, because again, they do play Dedennes if this is ADP Zacian. So it'd be good to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and attach right here. I feel like just attaching is fine. We're going to go here. Hopefully we find another Mewtwo. That's what this spot is going to be right now. And we're not going to find a Mewtwo. That's fine. That is perfectly okay. We can use Psychic Club. It'll actually do no damage though, because we'll have no Psychic Pokemon on the bench. Interesting. We are going to put this right here. And I guess we just Turbo Strike into it. I mean, it's going to do the most damage, and it's going to set up probably an opportunity to do more damage later. So I think Turbo Strike is probably just a good call. Although we do have to attach the energies somewhere, and that one energy, I'd rather save it for a Mewtwo. But it's only one energy, so I think we're just going to have to take it as we can. I think we're just going to have to take it. We'll put it on this... they're going to want to gust up Jirachis, or I'm sorry, Dedenes, because they'll want the prizes. So putting it there is probably not that bad of an idea. Especially if they still can't get going and they have to boss's orders stall. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So here we go. They're switching into the Jirachis. My mic is still recording. That's good. I'll tell you guys right now, this is actually, I think, the third time that I'm recording this video. The first time, I didn't have Jirachis in this list. I had Acrobikes because I was looking at a different list that I had as well. Trying to decide, and I forgot to take out the Acrobikes. So I recorded like an entire video, but didn't have the right list. So it didn't feel right. I wanted to redo it. The second time, my mic went out. And I played a couple games, but I had nothing. And I didn't want to do a voiceover of it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'll just do it a third time. I'm getting practice with the deck. So this is my third run at this. So as you can tell, it's a little bit dark because it is late. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can go to bed soon because we stream. I'm actually super annoyed right now because this is the second time now. For those of you that don't know, I live in an apartment complex. And I'm a poor kid, so I use my Roku TV as my computer monitor. But my neighbor is connecting via like their mobile device or whatever to my Roku TV, and they've done it. This is the 5th time today. So please, neighbor, stop your shenanigans. But you know what? That's okay. We'll live with it. It could be worse. It could be worse. They're not putting anything inappropriate on my TV. Thank goodness. But they're looking for the energy switch now because they attached the water energy this turn. They did get a metal thingamadoodah there. The good news is we could almost do... Well, we could do 180 damage now because of Jumping Balloon. They're not going to put it down another GX, sadly. But we'll see. If they scoop up net, who are they going to scoop up net? Unless they have the energy switch already. They may just leave this Jirachi here. Which would ultimately be fine by me if they did. They're going to get rid of that for the metal patch. 21 cards in their deck. If they haven't seen the energy switch, completely feels bad because they use their supporter for the turn as well. And maybe they just go in with Zacian at me. Maybe they just go in with Zacian. I will take a knockout on this Zacian though. So boom, there's a Brave Blade right there doing 230 damage, I'm sorry. That's a lot of damage. We don't really like that. We could, but I don't think we boss's order. This is their only Pokemon that they really have right now that has this. So let's see. We are going to get rid of this guy right here. We're going to grab this Fire Energy. I kind of want to grab this Psychic Energy, actually. Because I only want a Welder to 1, to be honest. I think I only want a Welder for 1. So let's go there. There's a... Oh my goodness gravy, chat. I'm going to lose my mind. We will get another Mewtwo down, thank goodness. So we're going to discard this guy. We're going to go here and here. Hopefully find a Welder soon. But we're going to Quick Ball away a Jirachi because we already have a ton of them in our hand. And we're going to grab another Mew and Mewtwo. Just going to grab another Mew and Mewtwo. Place him down. Attach this Psychic Energy to him. And we're going to use... Let's see. If we use Turbo Strike takes a knockout, correct? Yes, because you don't have resistance. We don't have any energies in the discard, actually. So I probably should have been discarding the energy off of the quick ball. Ooh, maybe a misplay. I don't know, chat. That might have actually been a misplay. But we're just going to go ahead and we will Turbo Strike. Yeah, I think we should go ahead and we should just Turbo Strike into it. Take this knockout. They're not looking in a good position. They still have to alter creation. But we'll think about discarding the energies now off of the... off of everything going on. Ooh, but this Reshiram and Charizard I really, really like. But I have the other Charizard in the discard. So if you bring up the ADP for the altered creation, I'm just going to Flare Blitz you. I'll be real. I'll just throw that at you. But maybe actually, well, I didn't have a switch out. If I had a switch, if I had one of our switches, that's kind of, it's not at the bottom of our deck anymore, but it was put in earlier by the Marnie. I would have switched to the other Mewtwo, maybe. Well, no, actually, because I weldered and got the quick ball. So actually, scratch that idea. I'm thinking and shuffling at the same time, but did they metal patch, right? Yeah, they used the... No, they manually attached the metal energy here. Okay, that's risky. I guess they're not going to go for the ADP anymore. So there's a metal saucer. Do they have another one? If they have another one, we could be in trouble. But if not, I'm going to boss his orders that Zacian up and just whack it. There's an escape board on that Dedenne. Oh, okay. So maybe bringing up the Dedenne, switching into that Jirachi. Maybe they have another switch card looking for that last metal patch. They only have 8 cards left. So can we hold them out? Probably not, because this is ADP Zacian and we're using tag teams. But a whiff on the Stellar Wish. A whiff. A knockout here on the Zacian would probably be an auto scoop. Because, like, what can you do? You have to Intrepid Sword. You're going to have 5 cards remaining. 4 after you draw. And I'm just going to knock this out. And there's another energy in the discard. So let's go ahead. Let's bring this guy up. I'm going to attach an energy right here. This is a little bit risky. But I'm going to attach an energy right there. I'm going to... Actually, this is not risky. Oh, man. I should have attached it to the bench. Okay, GG's. Like I was saying, knocking out this Zacian is going to be like the stab in the heart to my opponent. So, but what I should have done, kind of just thinking about it, because this is one of the things that I really think that players should do. Analyze your wins as much as your losses. So in that win, especially on that final turn, we should have attached to the bench, because what I didn't remember... because I'm so used to psychic types having I'm so used to metal steel types having a psychic resistance. I thought that that an outrage or a flare blitz wouldn't KO. But if I had used outrage, I could have attached that one to the bench and been more likely to get a welder off of that to attach the 2 energies and then hit the ADP or whatever was in front of me for that 300 damage off of that Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. So something to really keep in mind later. And I don't even remember. I've played so many games now and done this video so many times. I actually don't remember if that was the first game or the second game or the third game. We'll just play 2 more games. We'll just play 2 more games for you guys. All right, so here we go. Normal, fire, lightning, and steel. I'm not 100% sure what this could be. I'm going to go second. Maybe a Mewtwo box list as well. We have to start Dedenne. No. I hate starting Dedenne. The good news is, though, we have a couple Pokemon that we can discard off of another Dedenne. We're going to have 2 Dedennes on the field way too early. But we do have stuff like escape boards, switches to get this guy out of the active. And we're playing Baby Clowns. Okay. Baby Clowns. So interesting. This is the ability one as well. So this is definitely something that Stamp is going to be very prevalent in this match. There's a Dedenne right there. That's actually really good. Now we can get another Pokemon. So, well, actually, maybe we don't throw it away. Maybe we just grab this Mewtwo and attach an energy to it. Let's see. We go here. We're going to attach right here. We're going to do this Dedenne. Here's a Cherish Ball. Here's an Escape Board. Yikes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Cherish Ball. I'm going to find this guy right here. Solgaleo. We have no other opportunities to use, like, searching things. So this is not good. We can't Great Catcher unless they use the Dedenne, which they had the lightning thing, so they probably have Dedenne. Is Boss's Orders really worth it? Maybe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. It only goes down to 7, though. Let's just pass. I am more willing to pass in this situation because I want that stamp to be after they take prizes. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not 100% sure. But Baby Clowns, another welder list can absolutely pop off just like we can. They opted to throw away a switch, so I imagine that they have a switch in their hand. They had 2 switches probably. Because why else would you throw away a switch? So we're going to go here, go 1, 2, boom, boom, boom. If they have the Beast Bringer, that's, I mean, this whole situation is Monka-esque because we are essentially dead drawing. But if they do have the Beast Bringer, that's going to be really, really bad. Because then they'll take 3 prizes off of this Dedenne more than likely. Because you only need 4 energies. That's pretty quick for Baby Blowns. But also, then all they have to do is just knock out a Mewtwo. So them just taking a knockout on this Dedenne is probably the best thing that can happen right now. So yep, here's the Fireball Circus. No Beast Bringer. We survived that. Shoo. I'd rather him only take 2. And then this is where I'm going to want Stamp to be prevalent. I think because I have a pretty much a dead hand, I'm going to put up this other Dedenne right here. And there's an Incineroar, so we just got to stamp and pray now at this point, ladies and gents. We got to stamp and pray. Give a little sad face to my opponent. Choco Donuts, if you're ever Choco Donuts, if you're ever watching this, one, I love your name, Chocolate Donuts, but also, I'm struggling right here. Please have mercy on me. But yeah, this is just how it goes sometimes. You know, I actually don't know if this made it in the video, but I kind of talked about earlier when I was trying to record that matchups and just decks in general, like, especially if you're new to the TCG, it's really good to understand that that card games are RNG based. So you're going to run into instances where you brick, but the best players know how to minimize that RNG based on the different moves that they use and things like that. So you can't ever make it go away 100%, but you can try to minimize that, which is why, like, when you see the best decks ever on, like, Limitless and things like that, or you talk about players like Puka, Pram, Azul, all those great players that have played the Pokemon trading card game, Tord, they do it because they minimize that RNG, and they do what is best to get exactly what they need. So, all right, there goes 200. Decided to throw away 4. Oh, yeah, they had to throw away 4 energies. My bad, my bad. Okay, Mewtwo, this is ride or die time. And look at that, a Jirachi. So I think I'm going to stand right here, and I will... I probably actually shouldn't have put that down, but I'm just going to pass. This is awesome. This is the first, like, real brick that I've had with this game, though. This is probably, like, the 11th game because of having to re-record that I've done. This is the first time that I've really actually bricked. So, like, overall, I've actually been really impressed with this deck so far. I love complex decks. I think Mewtwo is a pretty kind of... I feel like Mewtwo is almost high skill cap because of the different matchups and the different ways that you attack those matchups with, like, the different cards that you pull out and the different options that you have to attack. So I think it's really, really cool deck. And I definitely like getting more practice with it. You putting that stuff on Victini hurts my soul, man. Here comes the Dedenne. I know you have a lightning Pokemon in there. Go get that Dedenne. Go get that Dedenne. Come on. But how was your guys' day? Let me know down in the comments how your guys' days are today. Did you compete in the Limitless Qualifier? Did you have fun in the Limitless Qualifier? Let me know. I'm super interested to find out how you guys are doing. I'll give them the little love. And I will die an honorable death, chat. I will die an honorable death. But yeah, we'll move on to game 3 here. I'll let them take... All right, now you're just... Well, actually, no. They're not being excessive. They're not being excessive. Maybe a little bit. But can you blame them, though? That was a really good game by them. And a really bad game by me. All right, let's move on to the third game. Let's move on to the third game. I think I'm going to put 4 in here. Maybe? No, maybe I'll stick with 3. I don't know. I know the second time I had to record, the games ended quickly, so I had to move it to 4 games. But I also don't know if that was part of this. It's a rough night, chat. It's a tough... Oh my god, and I chose to go first. Well, here we go. All right, so we're just going to have to live with that decision. I decided to talk a lot more than I should have. So we're just going to attach this right here. We are going to live with our decision. We're going to go with the Dedenne. So then we can draw, see more cards, be able to do more things. So we'll discard, draw 6. 2 of our great catchers going away. Not a huge fan of that, but we do have this Jirachi right here. I'm going to save the Jirachi, in all honesty, because I don't want to put that down unless we can switch into it. And we'll just leave it off to my opponent, because I want to commit that. I want to commit the escape board to the Jirachi. I don't want to do it. Oh boy, Lily's Pokédoll. Are we facing Goons? This is a doll. Maybe it's the Zacian combo list? I don't know. I think I remember that playing dolls. So we'll see. We'll see. Great catcher. Good thing we kept that escape board in hand, Chad. We can use it on this Dedenne. They're going to bring their energies back. It is a steel deck. We'll see what it is. And they're just going to hold their horses right there. We will get a turn 1 KO with Flare Blitz. I should have saved that, because maybe I could have gotten a switch off of this welder here. And we do, so again, punished. I'm just real tired. But anyways, we're going to get a knockout here. We're going to Flare Strike on this guy. We can use Outrage to knock out the doll, so I'm not super worried about that right now. Because it's more than likely they're going to want to bring a doll. Skyla! What's playing Skyla right now? What deck is playing Skyla? Gonna go for a quick ball. I'm very curious now. So here's the Zacian. Maybe this is like a combo Zacian version that has these Skylas. Here comes a Metal Saucer. I see. And they're definitely not going to be attacking. Oh, we have boss's orders and we can GX on it. Okay. Here we go. Bring that guy up. We will... I think I want a Dedenne again, to be honest. So we're going to throw that guy in there. We're going to Dedenne, because I want to draw more cards. I'm okay with putting 2 in the discard pile right now. Wait. Oh, yeah, it's just 3. Wait, no, we can't do that unless we Welder, which we just Giant Hearts, so it actually does not work like that. Oh boy, I'm really throwing this game. Anyways. We can Macargo it. We could also do this. I'll use this one. Man, I'm throwing this game, chat. I am so sorry. All right, here we go. It's like I said earlier, it's good to really it's good to really analyze. It's good to have an analysis of when you're doing well and being ahead of your opponent. So let's go here, here. I'm going to attach right here so that I can possibly Macargo in the future. Not 100% sure. But we're going to do this. We're just going to GX on it. Take 2 prizes right there. They're running a little bit behind. We do have Dedenne next turn to be able to grab some stuff out of here. There's a Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff, which is nice, but I don't know if they play too many. Oh, so this is ADP Zacian with dolls. Okay. Okay. I see. But again, we do have the Macargo, which is really nice. They're going to try to probably like what's that move called? Altered Creation. So we're just going to Macargo them when they come up to do that because we have 3 prizes left, and that's an easy 3 prize tactic. And they're just going to scoop. Again, we could have played that game so much better. We really maximized on our opponent dead drawing, though. So again, the more you know and the more you learn. But we'll play another game. And you know what, Chad? This is going to be a game that I do very well in. Because I'm going to think. Now, this is a straight grass deck. This is going to be Rillaboom. Eggrow, Rillaboom. We are going to go second, especially with the grass deck. We don't want them to get that turn 1 evolution. This actually isn't a great hand because I don't want to throw away Pal Pad. So I'm okay with the mulligan here. Plus, if we mulligan too many times, we can just stamp them. Wow, look, there's the stamp right there. We only mulligan once, though. We aren't going to get another energy unless we get it off a top deck. But here we go. Here's the Rillaboom Booms. And this is what I'm mentioning with the, and they're going straight to here. So this makes me think possibly, oh wow, look, another energy. I'm gonna grab Dedenne now because I definitely wanted Dedenne for more opportunities to get other Pokemon. But here, get something off the Welder. Jirachi. Also another Dedenne, not something that I super want to see. Maybe I will put this down and I will switch into this guy. So then I can Stellar Wish after this Dedenne. It sees a little bit more cards. It sees 11 in comparison. And look at that. We get this. We get another Quick Ball. No way to throw it away right now, though. Or nothing to throw it away with. I'm going to put Jirachi in the bin. I'm going to grab a Pokemon that we probably want to use turn 1 to take a knockout, and that is going to be... We prized Espeon and Deoxys, so that's kind of an important piece. We also prized the Solgaleo, which is definitely something that we need. A Turbo Strike would be really, really good. Turbo Strike would be so good. So now we'll Stellar Wish. We do get a Giant Hearth. So I really don't want to GX this turn 1. I don't really have many other options, to be honest. So maybe I will go in with the Giant Hearth. To throw away this guy. And then we'll just have to GX it. And we do have Macargo. So we'll just have to find Macargo somehow, some way. And again, not an ideal way to spend your GX, but at least we're going to be able to get an attack off. Please forgive me, Puka, for Double Blaze GXing a Grookey. A poor little Grookey. Fiery Flint, not exactly what we need. We already have a lot of ways to find fire. We need more of like Pokemon or Welders. Cherish Balls would be great. There's a Rillaboom V, as I was talking about earlier. Probably should have kept that guy. Probably should have just put him on the bench instead of discarding him. So then we can hit for that weakness. But, again, I think we'll be A-okay. He's opting to bring this out, and he's just going to scoop. Okay, cool. Not having some good stuff off the draw. I think I told you guys we were going to end up playing 4 games today. And look at that. Some of the games have been by really quick, so hopefully this is a longer game. I'm going to go second because, again, that turn 1 knockout, really, really nice. Mulligan. We actually have a bunch of basic Pokemon, and we've mulliganed several of our games already. At least half. Whew, Jirachi's there. Thank goodness. I think I'll want to Stellar Wish before I do Dedenne because I do want something to Welder onto. I think that would be really, really nice, especially because we're throwing away Boss's Order as well. This is an interesting ADP Zacian version with the crushing hammers, but there's Zacian right there, the man, the myth, the legend. Here they're going to Intrepid Sword. Now they just need the water energy to get the Altered Creation off. Okay, so we can get a Pokemon to discard off of the Dedenne, or we just grab Mewtwo. So there's our Pokemon that we're looking for. Grab this Mewtwo. We prized a Mewtwo, which is good to know. So we're going to put this guy right there. I think now I'm going to Welder before I... Ooh. We can hit for 300 on this after. So let's just Welder onto him. There's that guy. That makes it even easier to do. Let's put this energy right here. Let's discard the Boss's Order because we're going to Dedenne for another Pokemon that we can get rid of. Probably this Reshiram and Charizard. I was thinking Jumping Balloon, but they didn't put a Dedenne down turn 1. So it's probably going to be a lot harder to be able to use Jumping Balloon. So we can go get that later after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? Might as well stamp them. Doesn't hurt. It's going to be discarded anyways. We don't have any shuffle support in here. So we're going to throw away this Dedenne. We're going to grab some good cards. No Welders, though. We're going to Cherish Ball. We're going to find some Pokemon. We're going to find some Pokemon that we need. Turbo Strike, Solgaleo is a... Actually, well, we have to decide between Turbo Strike, Solgaleo, or the Macargo. We're going to be down 2 Cherish Balls. How many Cherish Balls do we have left? 2? Okay. We prized one of our Welders. Maybe we go with the Lava Flow. I feel like Lava Flow is just a better option because we don't have another Mewtwo. And I kind of want to throw away the Jumping Balloon. So here we go. We are going to Fiery Flint these 2 away. Gonna grab these right here. We probably should have Quick Balled first, actually. Quick Balled the Pokemon away, but we'll be able to do it off this Giant Hearth anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. So we're gonna Giant Hearth. We're gonna throw that Pokemon away. We're gonna grab 2 more energies. So now we're at the territory of I don't really want a Dedenne, to be honest. Okay, here comes a Welder for next turn. Also, Cherish Ball. I think probably Welder's the best option. Force them to use maybe a Marnie. I don't know. We're going to be able to find our stuff back pretty easily, so I'm pretty okay with what's going on right here. They're not going to knock us out more than likely. I think that they would rather alter creation. So here we go. Primate Wisdom. Maybe they're looking even farther for like a Metal Patch energy switch. Maybe they do want to take a turn 1 knockout. I don't know. Maybe they're also looking for the Marnie. They decide to Cynthia instead. That's very, very nice. This deck could play Reset Stamp, though. A lot of decks now are playing Reset Stamp. Crushing Hammer. That's a card that I didn't want to see right there. There goes 1 Pokemon Catcher. So they're going to try to bring up the Dedenne, I would think. Yep, there's Dedenne. And they're going to alter creation. Alright, so here we go. We have Cherish Ball. We could grab something else. We could grab this guy right here. We will be able to Welder and attach, which would be 200 and... Well, we would still be able to Mewtwo. Or I mean, Charizard. So let's go get all of our energies. Out of energies now. We are going to Welder right here. Boom, boom. Switch. We do have a skateboard. That works. we do have a skateboard, and that works. They're not going to have any energy on the field. We're going to retreat into this guy. We're going to attach right here, and we're going to say Flare Blitz for 300, please. And here we go, taking 3 prizes. Another welder. We already have a welder in hand, but you know what? We will take another. We'll take another. It wouldn't surprise me if they put out a Rangaroo. Oh, they're going to put out Zacian. Little do they know that we have the Macargo. Maybe they have the busted combo. Well, actually, I don't know how they would, because they get that one right there. They have to, like, get something in order to be able to use metal patches. They have to get this on the bench, so, like, a double switch, maybe? I would have honestly put the Rangaroo down in the active. So here's a switch right now. Maybe they are going to be able to use a metal patch. They have at least one in the discard, but no, they're going to Intrepid Sword right here. All right. So here's a switch. Oh, man. It's just we don't have the other Mewtwo down on the field, so I'm like a little bit iffy on it. Maybe we welder onto this guy. We do have a lot of HP. There's going to be this other one right here. So we will be able to do the thingamadoodah that I'm thinking of. It's a perfect way to explain that, by the way, chat. Nobody judge me. I'm going to throw away the Jirachi just because of Marnie. And then I am... Do we have any energies in there? We do have 2 in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and Turbo Strike. Because we have 6 energies right here. I don't want to attach this one right there just in case of more Crushing Hammers. They've played 2 Crushing Hammers already. Who knows if they have more. And I want to be able to Lava Flow for the KO on this guy. So Turbo Strike will be able to put those energies onto the bench. It'll just be very, very nice. Also, we have this Jirachi as a pivot right here. So keeping this energy is very, very cool. But even though Zacian ADP did get the Alter Creation off, it's looking like they're not going to be able to do it. Big Charms, as I mentioned earlier, gonna come absolutely clutch. Unless they're playing a Tool Scrapper, then we might be in a little bit of a pickle, to be honest. But nobody said this list was perfect, as you may have saw in the game that we bricked. They're going to say yikes to that. Please don't Tool Scrapper me. Well, if they do a Tool Scrapper, that's fine, because we still have 10 HP. Boss's Order is going to bring up probably the Dedenne? Jirachi. That's fine. Why bring up the Jirachi, though? Well, GG's to my opponent. I'm going to be knocking this guy out. And it doesn't matter because they're going to scoop anyways because they know that the damage was done. Thank you guys so much. This video took a lot of effort because I had to re-record it and re-record it and re-record it. So I really hope that all of this is done as I check my mic levels. My mic has been on the entire time that I've done this recording. So thank you guys so much for watching EXP-University. This was a cool Mewtwo list. I highly recommend playing it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a little bit more on the expensive side because you were playing 4 Jirachis, 3 Dedennes, and some Mewtwo. So definitely, if you're able to build this list, I highly recommend it. Thank you guys again. Check us out at twitch.tv/atrociousgameplay. The link is that way. We play this game every weekday and on Thursday. I'll let you know right now because reward to you if you made it to the end of this video. I will be doing a 50 code giveaway of Rebel Clash. Special thanks to ptcgostocks.com. They're sponsoring the giveaway. They messaged me earlier today and they were like, hey, when are you streaming? Do you want to give these codes away? And I was like, sure, why not? I'm not going to keep the codes. They said I could keep the codes if I wanted to, but I've got most of everything that I need. So I'm like, you know what? Might as well give it to you guys. So again, go check us out over there. I'm actually going to check right now to make sure that they're Rebel Clash. Yes, 50 Rebel Clash codes. Perfect. So yeah, 50 Rebel Clash codes on Thursday on our stream. I stream from 8 a.m. Eastern time to noon. We're going to be doing tabletop games with my buddy Kyle. So if you like the riffling, if you like the shuffling and the riffling, make sure to stop on by. You'll get that clean ASMR. I'm actually going to have 2 cameras, so it's going to look really nice. I'm thinking about how I want the layout to be, so I'm working on that right now as well. But again, thank you so much for watching. We're not very good at video games, but we have a fun time doing it. And thank you for sticking around through this crazy video, and check us out next time. Peace.